Hello. Am I audible and visible to you right
Yes,
now?
Sweta, I can see you very well. And am I visible to you and audible as well?
Yes, you are visible to me. So thank you so
All right.
much, sir, for joining me on my channel, Sweta's English Lifestyle. I welcome you on
That's
my
my
channel.
pleasure.
Yes,
Thank you so
I would
much.
love to know about yourself and I would like to ask you, how are you?
I'm good too. Thank you for asking. And what's going on with you?
Yes, I'm good. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking me. I'm excited and I'm thrilled to have this session as you
Same here.
emailed me and I read everything that you are a trainer. So I
Yes,
am so excited. Thank you so much.
same here. It's my pleasure connecting with you and to speak on your channel, to say few words to your subscribers
Yes.
who have already subscribed your channel. So if my voice can reach to them, and I hope that that will be quite beneficial for them, and they would learn few things from what I would say to your channel.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. So, can may I know about yourself for my audience and for me as well?
Yeah, sure. Well, my name is Digambar S. Chaudhary. I am from Delhi. I am postgraduate in journalism and mass communication from Jamia Millia Islamia. In 2011, I completed my master's. Then I started working as a corporate trainer. I entered into the corporate and I worked as a soft skills trainer for different organizations. And I do
Mm-hmm.
work for as a soft skills trainer in bridging up the gap between campus to corporate, just helping those students who are recently passed
Mm-hmm.
out. Recently, they have completed their bachelor's or masters, and they are seeking the opportunities in the corporate. So I go for CRT programs basically, which is called campus recruitment training. So wherein I help those candidates with the interview skills as well as email writing and certain things
Mm-hmm.
which are required in corporate to make them understand and to make their journey a bit easier for them. So this is what I generally do, and I'm a IELTS trainer as well. I do conduct IELTS classes over here in program, and I run my center over here until a phase three program. So this is what I
Okay.
do generally. I'm a certified trainer for soft skills from NIT Limited, and through NIT, I'm handling a project of Maruti Suzuki India Limited these days for customer service. I mean, I'm helping the employees who are working at Maruti dealership to with the soft skills, proper soft skills, so that they can deliver excellent customer service to each and every dealership in India. So this is what I have been doing, Shweta. And thank you so much for
Okay.
giving this opportunity to speak on your channel. It's my pleasure.
Mm-hmm. Great to know. Great to know. Thank you so much for your introduction. I would like to know, do you have a YouTube channel as well?
Yeah, I do have a YouTube channel, but I'm not a bit consistent on that particular channel. I, frequently or sometimes just upload certain videos depending on the
Okay.
availability of my
So,
time.
okay. Regarding English language, do you work on online platform to teach people or not?
Yeah. I deal with, both kind of platforms like online and offline both.
Okay.
Yeah,
Institute, you have institute, right?
I do have my
You
institute,
run
and
an
I go to different institutions as well as universities at pan India level to
yes.
conduct training for CRT, campus recruitment training. That generally goes for 4 days or 5 days sometimes, depending on the
Okay. May I
requirement of
know?
the people.
Okay. May I know how has it been? Like, how long has it been now?
It's been around 12 years or more than that, even 12 to 13 years approximately. Because after
Wow.
completion of my masters, I started working, in corporate in the training
Oh,
domain only.
wow. Great. So you have huge experience based on English language, and also this is, I think, really great that people can learn from you a lot, right? So
I'm
I would
always
like
a
to
learner.
ask you,
I'm always a
yeah.
learner, and I always learn from my students. I always learn from everyone because I'm never perfect. Perfectionism is something I always seek on, and I, always have a thirst for learning anything which is, just quite beneficial for me. Even though I learn from many YouTubers like you, while
Oh,
they have
okay.
a great session or healthy session with me. All the
Okay.
times
So
I
do
am always open to learn.
okay. So do you watch conversational videos or
Yeah,
not?
sometimes I watch.
Oh, okay. That's great. So shall we start with the questions that learner ask,
No problem.
or they have some problem, right? Some struggles. They face
Hmm.
struggles to learn this language. For me also, I was also. started, like I started from the scratch, I was also beginner at a certain time, right? So I did it, I learned it, and I also teach, I conduct sessions. So, but my channel is for English related. So I would like to
Mhm.
ask you some questions related to problems or struggles that people face. Yes. So my first question is like, learner always have complain or they say that, when they have to speak English in
Mhm.
front of people or others, that time they get stuck. They can't speak, and also their mind gets blank, right? They feel empty or they get stuck, they can't speak, they think what to say now, how to say,
Yes.
they don't get words, sentences. So
Mhm.
I would like to listen from you, what is the reason and what they can do.
Definitely, Sweta, very good question. Let me answer this question briefly. The thing is that
Yes.
English is a language, okay? And for language, it requires certain time, right? Within a day or
Yes.
2 or 3 days, or we cannot get perfection in this language,
Yeah.
right? So
True.
gradually,
True.
we have to work upon the language, work upon the vocabulary, the enhancement of the vocabulary, and construction of sentences. How to construct a particular sentence, then it would fix up in our mind because our thinking process also starts from that particular place only, right? Everything whatever
Mm-hmm.
we think in Hindi only, and then we have to translate, so it's gonna take time and it would become a lengthy process for our mind, right? So the better thing is that
Mm-hmm.
we have to first enhance our vocabulary and try to utilize those particular words in our simple sentences, so that we can use those words and we can get to know those particular words. How can we utilize those particular words in our communication, day-to-day communication? Then only the things would come in our in the practice, and it would help us out to think about a particular scenario, a particular situation, a particular matter in English only. That is
Mm-hmm.
gonna work on this particular thing. Otherwise, people generally think like within a day or two, if you can help them
Mm-hmm.
out as a tutor, and they can be perfect in English language. So it's not possible. Neither of the language. No,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about only English. Neither of the language, whether it's Hindi, Chinese, French, Sanskrit, or whatever the language is.
Mm-hmm.
Language
Mm-hmm.
requires your consistent efforts. Consistent
Yeah.
effort,
Yeah.
your complete dedication, right, and proper timing
Yeah.
and proper practice and rehearsal for that. So these things
Exactly.
are
True.
required, and it's gonna take time because it's a lengthy process, right?
Yeah.
6 months
Agreed.
or more
Agreed.
than that, even 1 year or 2 years. Then perfectionism will come gradually, right?
Yeah. People can understand even our journey also. My
Mhm.
journey, people can understand that I have been working in this language. Now it's been years, right? I have been learning, I have been teaching, I have been making videos. It's been years. So it is not like that we can learn within one month or 3 months or one day overnight. It's not going to help us, or it is not
Yeah,
true that we can learn, and
yeah,
that's why they get stuck. And actually in the process it happens that we get stuck and we don't get word sentences, we feel blank, because
yes,
while learning it happens, because it is like that, we cannot learn everything at once, it takes time. So when while learning at that level it happens, so people get scared and they feel that I think I'm not good at it, I cannot do it. They feel scared and
mm,
they think that demotivated, they feel demotivated, right? But for us, we also did in that way, we also faced that problem, but we didn't give up, we didn't, we didn't think that okay, now I'm getting stuck, I am connecting with people, I'm feeling underconfident, I'm feeling nervous, so I should not connect with people. I didn't think that, people didn't think that, those who learned till now, right? So what they do, they take action, they connect with people, they try to communicate with people. I'm also a learner, but I started teaching, I started connecting with a lot of people, like experts, like you. I'm connecting with you. So, how? Because I'm taking action and I'm doing it consistently. So, that's how I improved myself. And you rightly said that it needs consistency, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Because see, psychology says like anything which you are in a particular kind of environment and or atmosphere, you get to know those kind of things only. If you are from the Hindi background, or like people generally speak in Hindi, so those types of words would be there in your mind only. So whenever you would be starting any conversation, then and there those words would come in your mind, right? Then if you want to speak in English, then again you have to translate those particular sentences into the another language or English language. Then only you would be able to
Mhm.
utter those words. So it's going to take certain time. It would become a lengthy process, and your mind or your brain cannot process that information as much fast as you require at that time while you speak. Then
Yeah.
hesitation comes
Yes. Yes.
in picture, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
start hesitating the
Yeah.
things, you start fumbling while you are speaking, and suddenly you start getting blank, and information is stuck
Mm-hmm.
in your mind, right? And you find
Mm-hmm.
yourself nowhere but in misery, right? In that kind of
Yeah.
situation, which you can handle that, which you cannot handle that time easily, then you start avoiding those
Mm-hmm.
people, avoiding those conversations, right? So this is what generally
Mm-hmm.
kind of phobia you have at that time. So you need to
Yes,
get
you're
out of
right.
this phobia, just working on the particular language and putting your genuine efforts towards it, and just devoting
Mm-hmm.
certain time on daily basis, on regular basis. That is going to work on this. And obviously you have to create your contacts, make your contact list, proper contact list with the certain people who can directly speak to you, and that can correct your mistakes, right? Nowadays we
Mm-hmm.
can find out many people are there. Many people are there, they are YouTuber working on YouTube, or they are working as a
Mm-hmm.
tutor, or they are working as a trainer. So you can find out those people and start having conversation with them, just asking
Yeah.
their permission and all. So they definitely gonna
Yeah.
help you out. I believe so. Like if 10 out of 10 people will not do that, but yes,
Mm-hmm.
5 out of 10 can do that, 100%. So this is the fact.
Yeah.
But your
Yes,
efforts
true.
must be genuine. You must be
Yeah.
true to your values, right? So first you have to recognize who exactly you are, and what exactly you are here for, and what you exactly want to do in your future. If you are very much
Mm-hmm.
curious about learning this language, then obviously you have to put certain efforts, genuine efforts, and that too with true
Yeah.
dedication and determination. Then only you would be able to do
Exactly.
it. Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly. That is how we are also working, right? That is how we are also learning. This is not
exactly.
our
Yeah,
native language. Yeah. So
correct.
I would
Yeah,
like to know from you, do you also like do you get you know chance to speak with people in person when you conduct a lot of sessions on
yeah.
offline? So do you get chance to speak?
Yeah, because yes, Sweta, today only in the morning I came here to Gurugram. Otherwise, for past
Hmm.
4 days I was there in Jodhpur, Rajasthan. So I went there for training purpose only. So I conducted 4 days training for the employees of Maruti Suzuki India Limited, and I trained them with proper soft skills and the services kind of skills, so that they can deliver better customer service at their dealership. So that's what I was doing there. So obviously, personally, yes, I get opportunity or the chance to interact with them and to help them out, and to find out the mistakes, where exactly the kind of mistakes they are making, and how exactly they can come
Hmm.
out of that particular kind of problems wherein they are.
Wow.
Because that thing certainly happens. Like if you are from a rural area, or from small cities or small town, then obviously you don't get that kind of surroundings, that kind of atmosphere, or that kind of ambience, wherein people generally speak English. No, you don't get that kind of people there. But if you are cautious enough,
Hmm.
if you are like you consider yourself like you can do better, and you are out of the crowd, right? And you just want to do something in your life, then
Yes.
obviously you have to take certain extra initiatives and try to find out, try to connect those people who are staying very far away from you. But yes, again they can get connected, like the way we are connecting right now,
Yeah.
and you are putting your efforts,
You're
right,
right.
to connect those
Mhm.
people. Yeah. So this is the way it would take place.
So I would like to know your background also, because now as you have been teaching people English language, but yes,
Mhm.
you also have a journey, right?
Mhm.
English learning journey. How did you start back then? Your learning time. How did you do everything, and how did you realize that you want to learn this language and you want to teach also in future? So everything I would like to listen from you so that people can know about your journey. Yeah.
Definitely, Sita. Again, a very good question, and it's a very critical story, which I'm just going to tell you about my journey. Journey was quite different. It was not much, not that much easier as it is right now. because it took very long time. Then nowadays you see, like there are many YouTubers. Even we do have many platforms like AI, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, and there are many YouTubers who are uploading very good podcast on YouTube, so we can listen to them. But at
Mm-hmm.
my time, I started my journey quite before this time. Once there was no YouTube available, right? So at that time,
Yeah.
but yes,
Mm.
the positive point with me was because I was very good in grammar, right? I used to give
Okay.
grammar classes
Mm.
and English literature classes for those my classmates only, right? And that too free of cost. It was my revision,
Mm.
and I was doing help to those candidates or to those my classmates who were actually looking for my help. So I was very much passionate about teaching. That was one thing, and which brought me to this particular level. And second thing, I was very much curious about enhancing my language skills. I was very good in Hindi as well as I'm right now very good in English as well. Even whatever
Mm.
it comes to, like whether it's come to speaking part or it's come to literature part or writing part or whatever it is, or listening part, I'm very good into it.
Mm.
So I gradually developed these skills. I start contacting those people who could speak very good English, right? I started making them my friends, and right, so I tried asking those people to get in touch with me so that I could start conversation with them. I started hunting around me. There were certain institutions for English language training and all, so I started going there and having conversation with the receptionist, right? Just asking for that I am looking for the admission, or I am looking for to start my journey for English learning.
Mm.
So just because of that, only half an hour or sometimes 45 minutes or sometimes 25 minutes,
Mm.
I got that opportunity to have a healthy conversation with that receptionist, because she
Okay.
right, because she thought like I was interested in going for the classes and all,
Classes.
but
Mm.
I had something else in my mind, right? Because I just wanted to
Yeah.
have the conversation with her. So this is how I took my journey. And another thing was that I started collecting the number of customer care executives from different organizations, so that I could call them
Yes.
and I could connect with them. And I had
Mm.
more than half an hour or sometimes 25 minutes conversation with them, just to
Mm-hmm.
enhance my language skills. That was another thing. And obviously, yes, I used to
Yeah.
watch certain movies which are in subtitles of English, and because it was
Mm-hmm.
quite easier for me to grasp the meaning of the particular words and how exactly the word was said, and the actual pronunciation
Mm-hmm.
of that word, right? Sometimes because there are certain Hollywood movies, we are very it's very difficult for us to understand the accent, proper accent of that particular sentence, how that sentence is being
Mm.
pronunciated by a person, by the native speaker,
Yeah.
right? So I used to watch
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood movies with subtitles in English, so it was a bit easier for me. So that's what I was doing.
Okay.
And another thing was, at that time, radio was there. So I was very fond of listening to All India Radio. And each and every
Mm-hmm.
bulletins on All India Radio in English, I used to listen. I used to listen to the reporters
Oh,
who were,
yes.
saying, presenting the news bulletin on All India Radio. And 2 to 3
Mm-hmm.
hours in a day, I used to devote to listen to All India Radio. You can see the kind of
Okay.
learner I
Okay.
was, the
Okay.
kind of curiosity I had for
Yeah.
learning this language. And I
Mm-hmm.
was a good
Yes,
reader.
yes. You
I
like.
used to go to libraries and I used to find out certain written words, good written words, and good written sentences in the books. And that was my hobby. I used to go there to the libraries, different libraries, and I used to study a lot. So
Okay.
that is
Okay.
the kind of person I was. So it helped me out, and it was very good to boost up in my journey. So now I have become like this, and
Okay.
I started working as a trainer in different institutions like many in Delhi NCR, just for English speaking classes and public speaking as well as communication classes and interview questions and all, vocabulary enhancement. So this
Mm-hmm.
was my passion. I just took it as my passion, nothing else. Even though I was not concerned about money,
Okay.
that how much money they were paying to me, I was not concerned about that. But I was concerned about enhancing my language skills, and how could I make
Mm-hmm.
myself better. That is what I was considering at that time. So now it is
Okay.
okay,
Great
and it has
too.
become a bit easier, and I see a lot of improvement in me. And obviously, always improvement is always required. Nowadays, as also I'm a good learner. I'm always having
Mm-hmm.
thirst for learning anything, because anything we can learn from any person, and that is how the person I am.
Mm-hmm.
I don't put ego in my
Yeah.
mind, because I go to something kind of different kind of side of my attitude, because attitude has two aspects, right? It can be negative and
Mm.
it can be positive as well. So I am at the side
Mhm.
of at the positive side of that attitude of my mindset, because I never take any kind of ego. Whether I have learned this
Yeah.
much, then I have ego problem. No, I don't go
Mhm.
towards ego. So this is how I always learn,
Mhm.
and I always get interest in connecting different many YouTubers, and you are also one of them. Now I'm getting chance to connect with
Mhm.
you and sharing my information, and I'm
Okay.
also getting certain ideas from you. So it's quite interesting
Yeah. Yeah.
when we talk to each other and we have healthy conversation, and people also get benefits from that particular kind of information which is being shared when we have a good
Mm.
conversation in between, right? Because this is a part of which we
Yes.
call in communication language. It's interpersonal communication. What we are doing right now, one-to-one communication,
Mhm.
right? So that's gonna help many learners definitely in the way they want.
Yeah.
So that is all from my
Yeah.
side. The answer
Definitely.
to this question.
It's going, yes, remarkable, amazing. That is definitely going to help learners. And also, we understood how people were speaking or how people were learning at that time when there was no internet, or like internet was
Yes,
there, but people were not using. But yes, they were learning, from the radio, and also
correct,
people were reading newspapers also, right?
correct. I
People
used to. I
were
used to.
reading newspaper.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we can understand earlier how people were learning, and right now how we learn. Nowadays, it has a lot of things to learn, right? A lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
resources that we can use and we can learn. Now, ChatGPT and all we use, and also
Yes,
videos are there on YouTube, and everybody can learn easily nowadays. At that
correct.
time, you have learned, and you were so passionate towards this language. That's why you have been learning and you have been consistent towards this language, teaching, learning, doing in this
Yeah,
way properly about this language. So of course you are disciplined person for this matter. So how did you become at that time when you started learning so passionate? Like why did you become so passionate during learning time? At
yeah,
that time I would yeah love to listen that.
yeah. Definitely. It was also a very critical point at that time. Once I was a learner, and even though I'm right now as well, I'm a learner. But once I started having curiosity in my mind at that time, I was very good in Hindi. But I came to
Mm,
Delhi, and Delhi is the metropolitan city and national capital of our country, right? So this is, I saw a different kind of trend over here. Like people generally, coming from any particular college of DU. DU is Delhi University,
mm,
right? So they used to speak
mm,
in English, even in broken words, because they were not good in Hindi. Neither they were good in Hindi nor in English. So that types of
mm,
people they were, but again they used to try to
mm,
speak in English only. So I was very much impressed with them, because I was very good in grammar. I used to understand what they used to try to say at that time, and even they did not understand what they were saying, but they used to speak.
okay,
The kind
yeah.
of person they were,
Mhm.
right? But then
Yeah.
I decided then and there that because I'm far better than them, because I already have command over grammar rules and all. I know how exactly we have to put any helping word, where exactly we have to put a particular helping word, what exactly use of noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, conjunction, article, preposition, what are the use of particular these words and all, right? So then I
Mm,
decided to have conversations, healthy conversations with
mm,
certain people, which I picked out from the crowd. So I started making
mm,
my contact list, and I started having
mm,
conversation with them, whether it's online
mm,
conversation, or it's through over the call, or it's face to face. I started doing that particular kind of thing, and I was very much interested in reading as well. I used to read one magazine which I subscribed, that was Reader's Digest. The editor of that
mm.
magazine was Omri. It was very good magazine at that time. I used to pay 50 rupees for that magazine. It was a monthly magazine, but
Oh.
it was a great help for me. And I also used to read many children's stories book, which I used to find
Mm-hmm.
out there in Delhi, in different like bookstores and all. So I had a huge collection of books at that time at my place.
Mm-hmm.
So because I was good enough in reading, I used to take interest in reading different stories, like stories related
Mm-hmm.
to animals, stories related to children, stories related to anything related to like novels and all. I used to study a lot. So this is how I
Mm-hmm.
was a bit curious about. Even I was very good, to write anything on different social issues which were prevailing at that time in our society. So I was fond of writing something on that particular issues as per my understanding of my mindset and all. So that took me to that particular level because I was from the journalism background, and obviously I was very much interested in writing and reading and speaking part. So this is how I developed these skills. But again, there were so many hurdles or obstacles and hindrances in my way. But again, I overcame all these kind of
Mm-hmm.
difficulties or problems which arrived in my way. But definitely, I just came across those things which were quite
Mm-hmm.
good at that time, and I became
Mm-hmm.
the kind of person right now. So that is
Mm,
how
great.
I am. Yeah.
Yes, we can understand a lot of things from your side. The way you have to say, the way you have journey or experience that we can understand a lot of things. But time doesn't allow us. We have limited time. But
Mhm.
yeah, I am just thinking about your journey, how it was and how you started doing everything. And also you became so passionate towards this language. Then you started teaching online, offline. Okay, so even you told me that you do something like a workshop, right? Workshop
Mhm.
doing in different areas, or you go in different locality and you
Mhm.
conduct session. It is like a workshop, is it so?
Yeah, you can say like a workshop or like a training sessions, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So how did you start this journey also, like giving workshop or training to people? And like why did you start doing like this way? Was it like any reason there? Is there any reason? Or you just wanted to do like a public speaking, right? So that is I would love to listen from you.
It is not like a public speaking, Sweta. It is a quite a different thing because I am working as a freelance trainer. So I have been associated
Mm.
with many organizations like with NIT, as I told you in the beginning of this conversation. I'm a
Yes,
certified soft
yes.
skills trainer for NIT for automobile sector. And I am also a
Mm-hmm.
certified trainer for Nandi Foundation, which is being sponsored by Mahindra and Mahindra.
Okay.
So through Nandi
Mm-hmm.
Foundation, I conduct training in different universities at Pan India level to help those students who are recently passed out their bachelor's or masters, and they are going to seek certain opportunities in the corporate. So I help them through the CRT program, which is called Campus Recruitment Training, right? And conduct training for
Yes.
them for 3 days or 4 days and help them out with how to write an effective name, how to prepare a better resume, right? How to prepare for certain questions which will be asked at the time of interview by HR or by your operations manager or by these people. I'm a
Mm,
certified
I
trainer.
think.
Uh, yeah,
Mhm,
I'm also a certified trainer for Rubicon Skill Development Private Limited, which is Pune-based organization, which is being
mhm.
sponsored by Barclay Finance. So through this
Okay.
particular organization as well, I could do different universities and colleges to conduct the training, whether the colleges are for management or for engineering or for
Mm-hmm.
commerce or what. So it depends. So
Okay.
and I do run my
Okay.
center as well here in Gurugram. So on the basis of that particular thing, so I get a lot of chances to connect with different kind of mindset, different kind of people who are coming here to prepare for IELTS exam and who are also coming here to seek certain opportunities in
Okay.
corporate. So I help them out with different kind of interview skills and all. So this is what I do. So I'm
Wow.
very much passionate about sharing information and helping the learners. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. So, do you visit another states also to
Definitely,
conduct
I was
training
yeah
session?
at Pan India level at Pan India level. And that's what I told you. Like I was in Jodhpur, Rajasthan, and just today in the morning only I came here in Gurgaon. It was
Okay.
overnight
Okay.
journey. It
Now
took
I.
12 hours. Yeah,
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Now I understood properly. Oh my God, there are so many things to understand about yourself or about your journey. So I was quite confused, but now I got to know a lot, and that is remarkable. I even cannot complete in one session. I would love to know a lot of things, but time doesn't allow, right?
definitely,
It is about to end.
definitely,
But yes,
definitely. We
you're
will
doing
have another
great.
session
And
very soon.
yes, we have to have another session as well. And I would
Definitely.
love to connect with you because something like I also want to do in this way. I don't have idea of other states, or in our West Bengal also I don't do that kind of training session. But
Mhm.
I started doing something like a small workshop in my locality, which is very rural area. Right. So in this rural area, I try to do workshop, a small workshop in coaching, different coaching. I go there and I give the session, and I try to make them aware about this English language, how I have learned and why you need to learn this language. Being a Bengali medium or Hindi medium doesn't matter, right? So how they can learn, how I did everything I do in workshop. So this is how I do. How do you do? I would love to know from your side in a brief
That's
manner.
really good. That's really good,
Yeah.
Sweta. I am impressed with your kind of journey which you are into right now, and you are helping the different learners in your local area. And this is really
Mm-hmm.
good. And people like you are very supportive and are very helpful and are required to for the development of our society, right? And if I would be any
Mm-hmm.
help, I would definitely help you out in your journey.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I get
Yeah.
come across any certain opportunity wherein your profile
Mm-hmm.
fit in that particular kind of domain, then definitely I would recommend your profile for that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do. And my journey is also
Okay.
quite related to that particular thing only. Like I also started doing the same thing as what you are doing right now. So this is quite
Mm-hmm.
good. And the kind of our mindset is matching somewhere. Like I also used to do the same things and the same thing which you are doing right now. And obviously you are
Mm-hmm.
uplifting many mindsets, and you are empowering many mindset in your locality. And this is how these types of people are required. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
yeah. So
I
you
am
are
doing
giving
this
huge
in
contribution. Mhm.
yeah, just in rural area I have started like in my locality, and that is not a lot of area I covered. No, just in my locality I try to give a small workshop, but I also want to do some big workshops or in colleges, universities, and like
Definitely, definitely.
yeah, I feel that
There
I
is
can do it.
another.
But yeah, we need courage also. I think I can definitely manage. Why not? But going in different states and giving speech
Courage.
and teaching them awareness, right?
Courage you already
So
have,
yeah.
Sweta. I can see you have courage
Mm,
and you have zeal, you have enthusiasm,
yeah.
you have thirst for learning, you have curiosity. Everything you have. One thing is only missing, that is guidance. You need proper guidance.
You're right.
And once you receive the
Yeah.
guidance, the proper guidance, then obviously you can create miracles. That's what I
I
believe.
need
I believe in your
guidance.
efforts.
I feel you are absolutely right. I feel
Yeah,
that I need guidance and I also need people. I don't have
yeah.
people. I'm telling you, I started my journey from the scratch, and I was also not in English medium student that I could understand a lot of things. Right? I started completely from the scratch, and as you said that you did like a radio session, you were listening radio recording videos, like sorry,
Mhm.
like radio but
Mhm.
what we can say radio listening that you were
Yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah. I
right
used to
in
listen
your
to radio.
time,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you were connecting with a lot of people and just for the conversation in English language, not the purpose of joining with them in their institute and all, whatever you were
Mhm.
trying. So in that way I also tried to connect with people in this way, okay, but not on
Mhm.
offline. I couldn't get that opportunity because in my area nobody speaks English, but I did everything on online, and I used to connect with a lot of people in different application to talk to
Mhm.
them. Right, I was doing in that way by myself. I did everything. So that's why I feel I need guidance, and also I need people, team. I don't have
Mhm.
team. Everything I'm doing by myself. So that
Mhm.
is actually needed here for the workshop and training and going in different states or different places to conduct a session that is needed actually. Yeah.
Definitely, you would be able to do it. And I think so. Like time is running very fast, and
Yes.
we have
Yes.
few seconds left. So thank you so much,
Mm-hmm.
Shweta, for giving me this
Yes.
opportunity to speak on your channel. And definitely we gonna have another session very soon.